on West Side Stories, we will take a look at Stalking Awareness Month and what you can do to stay safe.
We will also take a look at how to build your brand on social media and how companies are using it to promote their businesses.
We will also show you a popular corn dog stand that had people waiting in the cold for hours. All that and more next on West Side Stories.
West Side Stories is produced by students from the Multimedia Journalism program at Grand Valley State University. Support also comes from the School of Communications. Inspiring thought, perfecting practice.
Welcome to West Side Stories. I'm Reagan Blissett.
And I'm Callie Hubbard.
The newly renovated Haas Center for Performing Arts on GVSU's Allendale campus wants you to know they're open for business.
This weekend featured a special performance by a well-known professor and actor, Roger Ellis. Linnea Martinez was there and filed this report.
So, to the right, and then they'll just open seating, general admission. Okay, you're good to go.
It was an exciting weekend for the Haas Center for Performing Arts and the new Lynn Maxwell Keller Black Box Theater. Students, professors, and curious theatergoers attended the world premiere of the play Anton Himself, First and Last, written by Karen Sund. Sund is an award-winning playwright who wanted to pay homage to the life of Russian dramatist Anton Chekhov.
He's the second most produced playwright in the world after Shakespeare. Shakespeare's the only one that's produced more, so people love his stuff.
The audience follows the story of Chekhov's life, from his biggest failure, the seagull, to his greatest success, the cherry orchard. We are able to experience the highs and lows of this great playwright. But what makes this show so unique? Meet Roger Ellis, a theater professor and actor at GVSU who's been teaching for 42 years. Sund and Ellis have been working on the show together for the past 5 months.
This play is the one that Professor Ellis found sometime, and he published a monologue from it, I think it was, a long time ago, and then he started performing it.
The show is performed in a special kind of theater called a black box theater, which presents its own challenges. According to Professor Ellis, on a stage like this, the audience is just as much a character as he is.
You know, in live theater, there's a lot that goes on between the reactions of the audience and the actor.
I don't think people just coming into the theater occasionally realize that the audience itself creates 1/3 of the energy that's going on. The actors give out, the audience responds, the actors hear the audience and feel the audience response, and that alters what they're doing so that no performance is ever the same.
While Ellis may be the only performer, he is not without help. A technical crew of up to 5 people keep the production moving. Emily Catola, the sound designer, explains the difficulties of producing sound when there isn't a large cast.
Since there is only one actor in the show, my job with this was creating essentially a laugh track. I had to build that from scratch and implement that myself.
The tech crew meets an hour and a half before each show to test lights, audio, and props. Their goal? To give the audience an authentic experience.
Is that a wrap, as they say?
The combined efforts of the actor, technical crew, and audience help set the stage for a successful performance. I'm Linnea Martinez, Allendale.
The Black Box Theater will continue to showcase new productions with 2 more shows debuting in February and April. You can check out the GVSU Theater webpage for dates and times.
With sexual harassment in the national spotlight, It's on Us, a national movement to end sexual assault, has designated January as Stalking Awareness Month. Alexandria Kelly has more on the story.
According to the Grand Valley Police Department, there were over 50 reported stalking cases on campus and surrounding properties between 2014 and 2016. 38 of those incidents were on Grand Valley's campus. Lauren Kavner would like to do something about that. She's a Grand Valley ambassador for the It's On Us as Lakers campaign, which is currently focusing on Stalking Awareness Month.
On GVSU's campus, we have It's On Us as Lakers. So we have a whole group of students willing to participate and engage in It's On Us activities, especially relating to Stalking Awareness Month.
The national It's On Us campaign says they are dedicated to making campuses safe and aware of sexual violence across the country. According to the campaign, they bring awareness to this subject so students can have a resource in case an incident were to occur. According to Grand Valley's police department, over these past couple of years, Grand Valley has seen 214 reports on sexual assaults, domestic violence, attacks, and stalking on and around campus. This has led campus ambassadors to focus on why Stalking Awareness Month is so important.
So I think one of the main things about Stalking Awareness Month is that people don't realize that, stalking is an act of violence, even though it's not physical. So it invades someone's privacy and makes someone feel uncomfortable, and also that stalking eventually lead to physical violence, emotional violence, and it's relating with It's On Us, it can lead to sexual violence, and it also lead to a victim. So that's why our involvement is important, to understand that we are trying to prevent these incidents from happening. We're trying to prevent people from getting hurt emotionally and physically, so that's why Stalking Awareness Month is important for It's On Us.
According to the It's On Us as Lakers campaign, students who walk by themselves on campus at night may be putting themselves at risk. They also recommend taking advantage of the Absolute Security Safe Walk system. Absolute Security offers safe walks to and from campus. The bottom line, according to the It's On Us campaign, is that if you're going out at night, you should have somebody walk with you. Meanwhile, Grand Valley has been doing their part to increase security at night. The university added lighting to 48th Avenue and Pierce Street, while some areas still remain poorly lit. Areas like Lodge Drive and 48 West Apartments.
You should let someone know. If it's social media, you can try to block them or try not to post your daily life so that way people know how to follow you, where you are at that time, what's your typical schedule just by watching your online activity. So kind of be more cautious of what you post.
Schindler says being aware of what you post on social media and how much you reveal about yourself are all important things to think about when trying to avoid being stalked by a stranger. The It's On Us campaign hopes that their efforts will make Grand Valley a safer place to live and work. In Allendale, I'm Alexandria Kelly.
Thanks, Alexandria. And if you want more information on the It's On Us campaign, visit itsonus.org.
According to a recent report by the University of Michigan, Michigan is in its 9th year of economic recovery. Could buying Michigan-made products be part of the reason? Maybe. But just as Kendra Jarsma reports, there are plenty of Michiganders willing to buy locally made goods.
Downtown Holland is filled with stores selling products that have been made right here in Michigan.
We like supporting Michigan products because we're supporting our friends, neighbors, people that live right here in our community, and by supporting them, then they're supporting us.
Robin Nash owns Michigan Pantry and enjoys supporting locally made products because of the connection she and her customers may have with the seller.
Our customers like the fact that we're supporting other local makers because then they are keeping the money right here in our community, supporting their probably friends and neighbors.
Michigan Pantry is full of wine, treats, signs, and cards, all made in Michigan.
We find most of our products just by different social media platforms that we follow and ones that we're on, and people also get a hold of us with different things that they might make and think that would be a good fit in our store.
Cherry Republic also has a commitment to stay local. Regional Manager Katie Peugeot has worked for the company for 14 years and enjoys the dedication to Michigan.
Cherry everything is what we create. So all of our cherries come from local farmers in northern Michigan. We actually don't have any of our own cherry farms. So what's great about that is that we can support the local economy and as many local farmers as possible. So we get our cherries out of like the Grand Traverse region, Leelanau, Antrim, Wexford, and Benzie counties. And at this point, we probably use close to maybe 2.5 million pounds of cherries a year just in our products.
Cherry Republic ships their products around the world, but they include a Michigan touch in all their packages.
And what's cool about the gift boxing, especially people who have moved away from Michigan, is that we include like a little pine cone and a cedar sprig and birch bark in every package, so it's a little piece of Michigan.
Across from Cherry Republic is Lake Effect Gallery. Owner Carrie Rogers O'Neill uses her shop to support and invest in the community.
just here in West Michigan, there is so much talent, and there's so many artists that need a venue to sell their work, as well as I do, and it reflects what's around us. And the dollars that are spent here go right back into the community. I have several artists that reinvest all of their earnings into social programs. Steve Penna, who does the beautiful metal sculptures that we've got around here, gives everything he earns to put wells into African villages. And Annie Shook gives money for orphanages in Cambodia, and we support a lot of the school systems around here with programs too. So it stays in the community, and that's really important.
Rogers O'Neill says many customers appreciate the Michigan authenticity of local products.
They love it. You know, they come in knowing it's local, they want to buy local, they want to know somebody actually touched it and they were someone that they can connect with.
In Holland, I'm Kendra Jarswa.
To find stores that carry Michigan-made products, you have a couple of choices. If you are in the Holland area, you can visit downtownholland.com for a list of local businesses, or you can do it at michiganmade.com to find stores anywhere in Michigan that sell Michigan-made products.
More and more Michigan companies and businesses across the United States are turning to social media to market their products. Callie produced this story a couple of days ago on how some GVSU students are marketing products for brand names and making a little money on the side.
That's right, whether you're fresh out of school or a current college student, you can build your brand through social media. A GVSU student has found a way to make a steady income. Her name is Madison Green, and she earns money by working with a company called Plexus.
Plexus is a health and wellness company that really targets overall gut health and overall health in general.
Okay, so this is BioCleanse and this is ProBio 5.
Green says she wasn't looking to represent a company. She just started using Plexus products to help with her headaches and inability to sleep at night.
I was initially approached by my boyfriend's mom. She had been doing it for a couple months and noticed some really, really huge improvements and was like, Maddie, you need to hop on board.
Companies like Plexus are discovering the power of social media savvy students like Green.
It's kind of cool because when I post onto social media, I can really be myself.
I am going to do big things with my life.
It's given me a confidence boost that I really didn't know that I had. I've really been able to find myself and really learn about who I am over this past year.
Green has learned what advertising companies have known for years. Shoppers are smart. She says she has to mix things up a bit, not to try to push her message too hard.
Some motivational quotes. What I do over social media is I post a couple times a day about Plexus and as well as with my personal life. Really, I try to have engaging posts and ones that'll really draw people in, that will make them curious to know more.
Green says that she makes a commission off of promoting products through social media. While she couldn't give an exact number, she says income from being a so-called social media influencer really helps pay the bills.
Honestly, it's been so nice because I haven't had a full-time job while having to go through college.
Like Green, Maddie Kren, a cosmetology graduate, says she uses social media to find clients. Upon graduating from Paul Mitchell at the School of Grand Rapids, Kren found a job at the Laker Babe Cave in Allendale. She promotes what she calls a healthy way of tanning, also known as spray tanning.
Here, we are actually looking and contouring it to your body, and it's custom designed.
Kren says she promotes healthy tanning on her Instagram. She also says she tries to connect to men and women in the Allendale area.
We try to relate to them and try to get them to come in on a more personable level. So the more we post and the more we engage with everybody, and especially if somebody posts something, then we try to comment and try to get them in that way and follow all their friends.
Kren says being so close to a university means being close to a lot of young people using social media. She says she has found a social media technique that attracts new clients.
Say I tan somebody and then they post a picture. I look at all the people that liked it or commented on it, and then I follow the girls who I think would come in here, and then I go and follow their page, and then I like their pictures.
Both women say that working with companies seeking to brand themselves on social media has allowed them to build the confidence that they never had before. And, of course, make a little money.
I honestly think that it's growing like crazy. Like, there's so many different companies that use social media as their biggest avenue to get their knowledge out and to have people spread awareness. It's growing like crazy. That's all I can say.
According to Green and Kren, social media is changing the way companies promote their products. But now a smartphone can be a smart way to earn a little cash.
You know, Callie, I might need to visit that spray tan shop that you were mentioning in your story.
I've only heard good things about them, but you know, everybody has their favorite food, but would you wait in line for hours to get your hands on it? That's just what some West Michigan locals do to get a bite of a rare wintertime delight. Justin Pullum has the story.
The people behind me have been waiting in line for hours to get one of these, a Pronto pup. Along the icy lakeshore in Grand Haven, most seasonal businesses are closed for the winter, but one local business uses this opportunity to open for one winter weekend. Pronto Pup has been an iconic staple in Grand Haven for 70 years. Owner Carl Nelson has always been a part of Pronto Pup.
Born and raised in it. My dad started it in 1947. And I've been working it since 8th grade.
Decades of tradition, but the winter weekend is new. Well, sort of. For years, Nelson fought a losing battle with his father to give it a try.
Working here through junior high and senior high with my dad, I always thought it'd be fun to open up in the winter, and my dad loved him to death, but he'd have nothing to do with that. So now 13 years ago when Nancy and I took over, we were talking about it one day and a customer heard us and said, that'd be cool, when are you gonna do it? So I thought about it, and born and raised in West Michigan, the third weekend of January is normally our winter thaw. So I just said that way you don't have to have a date.
Last year, Pronto Pup donated over $5,000 from their winter weekend to support the catwalk on the Grand Haven Pier. But what about this year? I asked Nelson if his shop plans on donating to charity again.
We are. I have an idea what we're going to do. I haven't carved that in stone yet. We try to pick something different every year. We'll silently donate, and once we do that, then we'll put it on our webpage so they'll know where it went.
I asked one local resident how long she had been coming to Pronto Pup and how long she would wait in line for one today.
Since I was probably 2 years old. On my lunch break, so I would say about half hour.
The winter weekend being such a big hit, I was curious as to how many hot dogs they could go through over the course of the weekend.
I can honestly stand here and say I've never kept track, and here's the reason for that. I've worked for business people over the years that worry about beating last quarter, last month, last year in profits. And when you watch the numbers that much, it just makes you nervous. I don't care.
Even with long lines and cold temperatures, these Pronto Pup fans don't seem to mind.
And you know, the beauty of that is you never get a complaint. No one's ever mad it took so long. Normally when someone walks up to the window just before they order, they'll turn around and tell the person that they just met, you know, thanks for the conversation, nice meeting you, etc. So it's kind of a social event.
From Grand Haven, I'm Justin Pelham.
Looks like Justin was enjoying himself there. Unfortunately, Pronto Pups weekend has come and gone for this year, but next year, mark your calendar for the third weekend in January.
International students at Grand Valley State University make up a small but important part of the campus community. West Side Stories reporter E05 introduces us to 6 students from different countries who have come to Grand Valley to experience an American university.
A new semester has started at GVSU, and a new batch of international students from all over the world have come to get a taste of Michigan. From Spain, Chile, to Malaysia, new foreign students arrive at GV, bringing with them a diversity of voice from diverse cultures and ways to experience life.
My university has very good cooperation with Grand Valley, so I received some donations, some scholarship, and it encouraged me a lot.
I really wanted to try how was life out of Europe, because I think that Europe is almost the same, so I wanted to go to the States and to see, I don't know, because what I've heard about it, I really liked it.
My government has these scholarships for teachers of English exclusively, like 1 semester abroad.
It's my university back home, and this university have an arrangement. So 5 people from my home university come here, and 5 people from GV come to my university.
However, there are notable differences in between semesters. The influx of international students decreases drastically in the winter semester.
There's probably around 30 to 40 international students this semester, and there were maybe 100 to 150 last semester.
The International Student Services Building arranges activities for orientation in the fall semester to help the new students ease into their college life.
There's a big week of orientation, which involves explanations of American life, food, all of that fun stuff, as well as university life and how to get adjusted, and games and activities so that they can make new friends.
The winter semester orientation isn't as activity-packed as a full semester orientation.
Winter semester, there's a lot fewer activities and there's one orientation, but it's not nearly as long.
Orientation for me was really fun. We got to, we did most of our activities outdoors because the weather permits it. So we actually, we sat on grass while we, went around and introduced ourselves. We just did what the weather allowed us to.
I think it was nice, but it was like too short. We just had 2 days. And those 2 days were divided like in some talkings about the customs of the country in order like to don't be aggressive with people, the personal space and so on.
Adjusting to a new culture, new lifestyle, new language, there are many challenges that foreign students face when they travel abroad alone, leaving the comfort of their hometown behind.
The weather's a lot different from the first semester to the second semester, and depending on where the students are coming from, that can be a big shock.
Because I don't usually wear like so much clothes on me, and here it's like I have to wear like my t-shirt, a hoodie, a jacket, and so on. It's like I wear a lot of clothes here.
Like I'm wearing 3 pair of pants and a lot of socks as well, so it's really cool, but I mean...
I don't think it's affected me very much. Like, the only thing I've had to do is really just wrap up a bit warmer and get snow boots. I don't think it's much of a hassle for me because I have seen snow. Like, some other people might not be used to snow, but it's just sort of considering more time to take to get to classes and things like that.
At the beginning, I didn't like it because it was so cold. There was a lot of snow, and everything seems to be so sad, so depressing. And at the beginning, I was also afraid that I'm not going to find the friends here. Yeah, I was scared, but right now I really like it.
There are even those that haven't experienced snow before, but international students will slowly find a way around the cold and ways to adapt their new lifestyle to the weather.
The winter season isn't over yet, so there are many snowy days to come. However, international students will surely find a way to cope with the cold. In Allendale campus, Grand Valley State University, I'm Ida Tsai.
Michigan weather, especially on the west side of the state, I can imagine is a huge shock to the international students coming here. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you know what, Reagan? I've lived in Michigan my entire life, and I am shocked every single day I walk out there because you never know what you're going to get.
Never know.
Now it's time for our WGVU Digital Studios segment. This week we feature an Order Up segment that's sure to get your sweet tooth excited. It's all about making cream puffs.
Hi, I'm Kelly Tolan.
And I'm Chelsea Adrianson.
And we are here at LeBone Macaron showing you how to make cream puffs today. So we are making raspberry cream puffs. And what we have here is our shell, and we are filling it with a raspberry buttercream.
And then a raspberry curd.
So this is just a regular piping bag with the end cut off, which makes it super easy for cleanup. This is poured fondant, so it's solid, and then when you microwave it or heat it, it becomes a liquid. And so this is about the consistency that you want. And it just comes in white. This is one of my all-time favorite colors. It's just a gel, and it's called Claret, and it's a really pretty pink color. So we will dip them to give them their color, and then Chelsea is going to apply a little bit of silver leaf. It's edible silver. They make gold leaf too, which we use on some other flavors. The raspberry one just gets a little bit of the silver.
Yeah, people love it because it's so beautiful.
And it's best to apply it right away, so it's always nice to have an extra hand so that they're still warm, and then they set up almost immediately. We usually sell about 75 or so at a time.
And we only have them on the weekends as well. So these are like a weekend treat that we offer, so we don't have them on typical weekdays.
Yeah, so if you see them, it's a good time to get them because you won't always have the opportunity. This is exactly what you will see in Paris right now, and they're popping up everywhere, and so it's just one more thing that we wanted to offer here at Le Bon Macaron.
Support for WGVU Digital Studios Order Up, provided by Spartan Nash. Spartan Nash, taking food places. More at spartannash.com.
Those sure look good, don't they, Reagan?
They sure do, and we should go and celebrate the wrapping of the show and go get some. So thank you so much for tuning in to West Side Stories. I'm Reagan Bussett.
And I'm Callie Hubbard. We'll see you again next week.
West Side Stories is produced by students from the Multimedia Journalism program at Grand Valley State University. Support also comes from the School of Communications, inspiring thought, perfecting practice.